What's up, people? I'm Josh. So, I put out a long form deer hunting guide for beginners, and I decided I'm going to break it down into segmented parts. So, if you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can just click on the video that you want to watch, and it'll relate to the segment in the full guide. So, yeah, if you're interested, give it a like, give it a subscribe, comment, and help me out if I made any mistakes. All right, let's get going.
Welcome to Deer Hunting for Beginners. This video is designed to provide a beginner's guide to deer hunting. Whether you're just curious about the basics, or you're going to get into deer hunting, or you've already gotten into deer hunting but you're still a beginner, this video should be a good resource for you to start with. With these explanations and easy to follow tips, this video is not only visually appealing, but also informative and hopefully engaging. So even if you don't want to watch the video, you can still listen to the video and learn the important aspects of deer hunting. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Deer Hunting. Today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know to get started in deer hunting. It's pretty exciting and very challenging. First, we're going to be talking about what deer hunting is and why is so significant. So obviously, if you've never deer hunted before, you might think that a bunch of people go out into the woods, grab their guns, and just start blasting away at deer, and that's not really what it is. That might have been how people did it in the past, but these days, at least what the deer hunting I'm talking about, is not like that. Deer hunting is the practice of pursuing and killing a deer. And for most deer hunters, that means for meat. Some deer hunters do it for sport, and there are programs all across the U.S., at least that I know of, that make it so hunters can donate the deer meat to homeless shelters and places like that. White-tailed deer have been around for a very long time. They live pretty much everywhere, but let's really get a little deeper into this. Beyond hunting to have fun, beyond hunting for some sort of thrill, deer hunting is much more significant. It's a way that people connect with the outdoors, connect with Mother Nature, and sharpen their survival skills. Back before people could go to grocery stores, we had to find our food somewhere else. And hunters understand how to find food outside of a grocery store, outside of a market, and outside of trading. They make their way into the woods, and they're able to find a deer, shoot the deer, track it down, field dress it, bring it home, put it in their freezer. Now, there's obviously a lot involved in that process, and it's not quite as simple as I made it sound, but I'm going to continue on. In this guide, what I'm going to be doing is trying to go over every detail I can think of for everything you need to get started deer hunting. And from gear to techniques, everything I can think of, I'm going to be trying to share it with you. So let's get going. All right, so now let's talk about deer behavior and habitat. We'll start out off with deer behavior. Deer are social animals, and they live in herds. Now, they are active usually during dawn and dusk, but you can find them at night or during the middle of the day. When you're going to find a deer is typically when it's going to food or water. During the day, deer oftentimes will go to thick cover and lay down, and that's so that they can stay safe from predators. If you understand the times that a deer is active, you're going to be a lot more successful. You'll be able to plan your hunt a little bit better. But it's not just about when they're active. You also need to understand deer behavior. Now, if you've been watching hunting videos or have gone out on a hunt with somebody else and you've heard a deer grunt or make like a bark sound, that can be indications of several things. A deer can grunt for social reasons. A deer can grunt or bark when they feel that there's a threat. A snort can mean that they detected a presence of something foreign, like a human or other animal, but they haven't really identified, where that is. So they're kind of trying to figure that out. There's also contact grunts. A deer might be just making a grunt to try to get the attention of other deer. Now, there's a lot more to deer calling, but if you understand a buck grunt and a doe grunt, and you understand an estrus bleat, you'll be off to a great start. So a buck grunt is a low guttural sound that's going to be made by a buck, which is the male deer, if you haven't figured that out yet. Bucks use them to attract females, warn others about, to get out of their territory. A buck will also often grunt a few times, like meh, 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 to try to assert dominance or show off to potential mates. A doe grunt is a high-pitched nasal sound made by a female deer. And what she uses that for is to give her location to other deer and to communicate, usually during the breeding season. A doe will often use a series of grunts to attract a buck's attention, especially when she's ready to mate. And that's where I'm getting into the estrus bleat. The estrus bleat is a series of high-pitched crying sounds made from the female deer during estrus. When she's in estrus, that's when she's most fertile and ready to breed. Basically, what she's telling the male deer is that she is ready to mate.